Haiti is considered by the World Health Organization as being the world's most water-impoverished nation. As in, the quality of drinking water is the worst of any country in the world.
Usually what the mortality of the children is that they die from waterborne diseases, dysentery, typhoid, cholera.
If you walk around here, you'll notice the kids with the pot bellies, a sign of worms. You see a lot of sick people, a lot of old people sick, a lot of women sick.
Parasites go to the hospital here, they're pulling worms out of these children. And it doesn't make much sense to us to pour medicine down the throats of children to deworm them when they're going to go back and drink the same water and get the worms back in.
What they have access to is the very few wells that have been drilled. Some people have hand-dug wells that they drop a bucket down.
And the mud that they dug out, they kind of mound it around the hole, and they use sticks to kind of hold the mud from sloughing back in. And then on top of that mud heap with a hole in the center, they put a tire. And then they put a piece of tin or something as a cover. They have a bucket on a rope, and the whole community, that's their water source.
When you look at the sources people are taking water from, it's brown. Some of that water is brown, and people have no choice if they don't have a filter or another way to clean their water. They have no choice. They drink that water.
Most 75, 85 people in Gonaive have their own well on the yard, but the well is not too deep, very shallow. Here in Gonaive, if you dig a well, but 4 5 feet you find water, but this water they're not safe. The water have all kinds of germ on it.
A hand-dug well with dropping a bucket down isn't much better than just surface water, because the bucket they drop down, the bucket's contaminated. The people touching the bucket contaminate the bucket with their hands. Things are falling in the wells. Roaches go down there because it's wet. The roaches die. The roaches contaminate the well. Rats fall in it. It's no good. You need to have a capped well to really improve your water source. Malnutrition is really a big deal in Haiti. A lot of people don't have enough food, but it's not just lack of food that causes malnutrition. When you have diarrhea, you don't absorb the nutrients in the food. A lot of these kids with big bellies, they actually do get enough food to eat. It's just that they have diarrhea all the time and they don't absorb the nutrition properly.
It's one thing to get sick, it's another thing to get dead, and the ones who get the mortality comes among the children under 5. That's about 90% of the mortality from dirty water is children under 5. And that's out of the WHO. About 4,000 a day around the world are killed by waterborne disease.
The great thing about the filters is filters can purify any kind of water source. People can have control over the water that they consume. It's something that they don't have in Haiti right now.
The Voutsinas filter is suited to the third world, first because it's affordable. It meets what we call the criteria of the poor. It's got to be affordable, it's got to be durable, it has to be something that a householder, a family, elder children know how to use and have no problem using. It's got to be almost like an appliance within that household, within that kitchen. Call it a kitchen if you like. That they just come of habit, when they get the water from whatever source, from the canal, from a dug well or something, they pour it into this and it comes out relatively clean. So, you know, the term appropriate technology gets bounced around a lot, but appropriate to who? It has to be appropriate to them. You can bucket in some water and let it sit for hours or a day before you put in new water.
If they don't have a capped well, they might, or don't even have a hand-dug well, they can take water out of the canal, settle it, and run it through the filter and have perfectly good water for drinking.